Look, something is killing your conversion. It has nothing to do with your offer or whatever you have to sell. It's the fact that you are trying to convince people with logic instead of selling them to their imagination, to the emotional part of their brain. But here's the thing, logic is the slowest part of the buying process, right? And people buy when they can see, feel, and emotionally experience the future that your offer or your product creates in their mind. So when you learn how to direct that experience, make them feel, your prospect or your reader will begin selling themselves automatically. And that's exactly what I'm going to break down. I'm going to show you exactly how this framework of selling to the part of the imagination of your readers actually how it works. So most of us were taught to list our features or the benefits and explain the how-to of our coaching process or the program or whatever it is you have to sell. But when you do that, you are forcing your reader to think too hard, right? Most of the people even use hard words like optimization and transformation, and the second a reader has to think about those words or exactly what you mean, they will stop feeling and they will start thinking and breaking down things logically, right? So you transform them from feeling or emotionally or the emotional part of the brain to the logical part of the brain, and this will just make them more confused and not buy whatever you have to offer. So these words don't mean anything to your reader's imagination, right? And if they cannot see exactly what you're talking about, or if they cannot feel exactly what you're talking about or what you're providing to them, then they won't want it. They won't want to understand or experience it. So instead of explaining what you do, you need to show them what their life looks like after you have done it, after you have offered or they have tried whatever you have to offer. So here is the first trick that will make that happen. Okay, you want to take your reader on a mental trip to the future. Now, what do I exactly mean by that? Okay, so I call this the future pacing, and it's how you make your offer feel inevitable or irresistible. Let me explain. So you need to describe a specific moment where the big problem is gone, right? And maybe it's the quietness of their inbox on a Tuesday morning, or it's the ping of a new payment notification while they are on their lunch, right? So when you describe these small details, the brain can tell the difference between that future and the current reality, and they will start to crave that feeling more than they crave their own excuses. The excuses that they don't, maybe they're skeptical and stuff like that. They have an attention span of a goldfish and stuff like that. But for this to work, you have to remind them of the ghost that they are running from. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, your reader needs friction to move, right? They need friction to move from wherever they are, wherever they are stuck on to their dream or their desire, right? So if everything is just sunshine and rainbow, okay, they won't feel the urgency to buy. So you have to remind them of what that sinking feeling, the feeling of them being stuck in the same place, how that actually feels like. Okay, maybe it's the Sunday night anxiety, maybe the stagnant growth of the business, or if it's the feeling of being stuck in the same place over and over again. And when you contrast that pain with the future that you just painted, you create a gap, and your offer is the only bridge that can get them across, right? So you create a gap, and the only bridge that can get them across is your offer or your product or whatever you have to sell. So once they see the bridge, they just need to know who they become on the other side, right? And that's the new version of them. So at the end of the day, people don't buy your coaching, they don't buy whatever you have to offer, they buy a new version of themselves. They buy what they will get or benefit them. So what is in it for them? They want to feel like a leader, they want to feel like a provider, or someone who finally cracked the code for themselves. So when you sell to the imagination, you are selling them a new identity. You are showing them the pride that they will feel when they tell the sponsor about their biggest month or the biggest salary or something like that, or the confidence that they will have when they lead the next group call. So when you tap into these deep desires, you aren't just selling, you're validating who exactly they are, and that is when the sell becomes effortless and they just sell themselves. So you're no longer typing just words, you're directing the future of your readers. Every message is a chance to show you a better version of their life. So stop using logic and start painting pictures on the right. So if you want the exact frameworks that I use to turn boring text, or if you want to know exactly how I do this or how this works actually, you can just check it out inside the conversion newsletter, right? It's actually free, completely free. Okay, inside I break down every hidden psychology of selling and all that in emails, storytelling, that I do not talk about in here in this channel. Okay, so the link is in the description. Hit the like button, subscribe, and if you're not ready yet to sell, then don't even subscribe. Okay, I will see you inside. Hope you find value. See you in the next one. Peace out.